Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is verb phrase 149. The verb phrase today is to go under. Okay, let's take a look at the notes here. We have three meanings today, and of course we'll have three definitions that go along with the three meanings. All right, let's look at the first one. If a business or organization goes under, it no longer can continue to operate and stops existing. So this is actually one of the most common ways that we use to go under. And here it basically is another way to say that a company is going out of business or a store is going out of business. You say, yeah, that store went under, or they're probably gonna go under. Okay, so let's look at the first example that goes along with that. That business was barely hanging on for over a year, and once the recession hit, they finally went under. They had to declare bankruptcy. Yeah, that's pretty common. If there's a business that's kind of barely surviving and a bad recession hits, they're the first businesses usually to get knocked out if a recession or if a really bad recession hits. So, okay, good. Let's look at the second example here, or the second meaning. If a person or object goes under, he or she sinks below the surface. Well, this is probably the original one, so this is where we got the idea for the business. So if you go under, it means you sink below something. All right, so let's look at the second one here. The Titanic struck an iceberg and went under the sea. It wasn't found until many decades later. Yeah, so we might say that somebody went below, somebody went under the surface of the water. They started to sink. Or maybe somebody could go under quicksand. They could go under that too. But if they go under something, they fall below the surface of something. Okay, good. And number 3 here. This is probably the one that maybe students know the least, but it's still common, like in a hospital. If someone goes under, he or she becomes unconscious due to an anesthetic. Yeah, so if you're having a serious operation and they're giving you the drug to knock you out, that's referred to as an anesthetic. So we might often say that the patient went under. All right, so let's look at number 3 here. They decided it was better if I were unconscious for the operation. The nurse gave me an anesthetic, and I immediately went under. I didn't awaken until after the operation was over. All right, so this is another way. So in a hospital, after you got the drug or some sort of anesthetic, you could go under. So the patient falls into an unconscious state. Okay, anyway, I hope it's clear. I hope you got it. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.